And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. DA, it's all yours.
Well, we're seeing...
I want to talk about this, David. Some new ground, certainly to look at. Thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Murray out there with Morant. Then there's Okafor, and it's Oliver in at the power forward position. And for New Orleans, Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Williamson out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Ball in at the point. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you had,
I am.
And you are, let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pelicans keep it alive. Shots good by Dedmon.
The inside game of Dedmon looks pretty good there. That's a nice move. Comfortable with that.
Murray outside. Fires the three. They grab their own miss. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Ball kicks to Holiday. Back to Ball. Ingram outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Williamson, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And he's far from just a dunker. Zion is also capable of hurting you from outside.
Tipped away. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. And it's the Kings with the ball. Pass to Oliver. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The culture shift that's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac, along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Jay Crowder's checked in for New Orleans. Now here's Ingram. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Here's Oliver. The pass to E. Shoots. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
Here's Murray, and he uses the glass on the layup. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans, trailing by 4. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Now here's Ingram, following the shot by Drew Holiday. Morant with it, now guarded by Ball. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Sacramento shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That's good from Morant.
And the potential of Morant is sky high. A dynamic guard. He plays with a Russell Westbrook type edge and intense on both ends.
And the wide open shot from Crowder drains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Morant kicks to Porter. Again, the miss by the Kings. Pelicans trail by 4. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got the pass. Great chance. Here's Stone. Nice D from Porter. So for the Kings, their last game a win against the Thunder. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Bridges. And it's 7 points for John Morant. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Hart the pass to Hayes. First shot, first basket. He's out of the block fast.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Porter, no luck. The Pelicans have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
Didn't need 2 hands for that slam. That'll do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Bridges misses.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Brunson, here's Morant. That one goes. Count it. Morant's got 9 points.
And that was all Morant. Aware of the defense, figuring out how to get to his spot.
Out to the right wing. Bridges, no one around him. And count it from 19 feet away.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And we'll be back with you shortly. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Bridges out there with Jones. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Gibbs in at the 1. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots. And the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Hayes the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim. Fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Here's Hart. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. They now take the lead. Williamson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pelicans. On the wing, Porter. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
It's tipped. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. From the arc. Pelicans keep it alive. Pass to Stone. Takes a 3. The shot, no good. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Williamson. Over Porter. They get it back. Williamson kicks to Hayes. Hayes again. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game. One free throw good from Hayes. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who had just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most. And their challenge is, we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those 3 things are pretty impactful.
Well said. The feed to Ingram. It's deflected. Pass to Oliver. Kicks it to Murray. Now here's Okafor. Guarded closely. Kings moving the ball around. And that one is good from E.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Ingram passes to Holiday. 1:22 left to play here in the second quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
In New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Dwayne Dedman.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
6 changes of the lead here.
And both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Morant. And Holiday kicks the ball. Right side Crowder. 35 seconds left in the first half. Meadow banked in off the glass. Meadow's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Oliver. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. For Sacramento, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. So he gets them both. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 1. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series. Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Kings on top. They're up by 3. On New Orleans, back in a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. What'd you think about Sacramento, Ken?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass.
And now with the second half about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, John Morant has been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Deadman in at the center. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Back to ball. Okafor with the steal. Inside, here's Murray. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Here's Holiday. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Three-pointer nailed from three-point land.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Here's Ball. Uses the glass to finish the lane. And now it's a 3-point New Orleans lead.
And Ball showing some killer instinct there. A solid athlete who knows how to score through contact.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
Both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I'd like to see them getting after a little bit.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Hart. On target from 13 feet. Hart's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pelicans.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
And stolen by Williamson. And the pass to Stone. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Hayes trying to break free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Miles Bridges.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Bogdanovich, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Bogdanovich has got his first 2 points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Crowder's checked in. Here's Alexander Walker. It doesn't go for him. Kings have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Outside, Porter passes it to Gibbs. Back to Porter, launches it. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's. Even back in high school, shot 47% as a senior.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Ties it up with that one. You know, he's such a smart scorer. He doesn't force anything, lets the opportunities come to him.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Nadu, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Kings. Brunson's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Misses the 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
New Orleans shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And Williamson, a kid that's likely to reach his full potential, very coachable, absorbs instruction well, and really implements it quickly.
Outside, Porter. And that one is off. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Here's Matt. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Ball's checked in for the Pelicans. Pelicans leading by 5. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Crowder. And Jones sends it back.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Ball feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Just rising up with purpose. Allow Bridges to get this kind of positioning. He is going to hammer it home.
Pass to Crowder. With 2 seconds left, and he hits the jump shot. Crowder's got 7 points in the game. Up in time. That shot missing. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Pelicans lead by 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. We've got Jahlil Okafor. Morant is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Oliver in at the 4 slot. Unloads from 13. Here's Morant. Can't connect from long distance. Pelicans leading by 3. Ball with it. Dishes it to Crowder. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, They'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. And the Kings making a change here. Murray's checked in.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
There's the pass to E. Here's Morant. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, this is where we talk about Morant's versatility. He can work off the ball because he's worked so hard on that jumper.
Holiday, the pass to Dedmon. Jacks up a three. Rebound by Murray.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Here's Crowder. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight. The three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Ingram attacking. A quick shot there, and it's off target. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Oliver. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up. That free throw, no good. He's off on the second. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. It's deflected. Shoots. Oliver's shot is good.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
To the inside. Here's Ingram. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but they can make this lead hold up. They can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
Clearly a foul.
That one is off.
And he may not be converting every chance he gets at the line, but at least he's creating those opportunities. Love the aggressiveness.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to the Pelicans coach talk to his team. This game's still up for grabs. He told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. See how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. The shot by E, no good. New Orleans in the lead. Outside Holiday connects from three-point range.
And you have to love how Holiday came up big with the shot. That's the kind of leadership you want to see from him.
He kicks to Morant. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they pick up 2.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Holiday against Murray. The shot by Holiday, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Pitch to Holiday. A floater. This is at the ball. New Orleans moving it around. Yes!
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And that that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when he gets close, he's getting the ball.
Holiday dishes to Ingram. And here's Ball. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Oliver. Over to the left wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Ball, no good. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And an intentional foul right there. And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that'll put them up by 2. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Holiday looking over the floor. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett.
Deodorant is not forgiving, bro. This might have been the worst game from what's his name. He was not getting no buckets at all, bro. He got like free throws, but that was it. He was barely hooping. Huh? It's crazy. He was the only one that was putting in pain, putting in work. That's never what?